I'm Executive Director of the Mission at San Juan Capistrano. On behalf of the Mission Preservation Foundation and the mission staff, we want to welcome you and take you on a little bit of a walkthrough to see where Save America's Treasures and the funding that you gave us so many years ago has gone and how it's enlivened a historic landmark and a downtown community. We're inside Mission San Juan Capistrano right now, and as you look behind me, there's a sign that says Resurgam. Resurgam means renewal, and we hope that when people come to the mission, whether they're locals or travelers from all over the world, that the first thing that they experience is a sense of renewal here at the old El Camino Real bell that's set to greet you as you enter your way over to the Great Stone Church. As we enter the ruins of the Great Stone Church, I always ask people to take just a moment of silence to remember the builders of the mission and those that perished in the earthquake of 1812. You see, the Great Stone Church was going to be the large church of San Juan Capistrano's mission back when it started construction in 1796. Construction took over 10 years, and the mission only was able to experience the church in existence from 1806 to 1812. What's so amazing is that these ruins stand as both a reflection of American history, but also as a development of a local state and a community. The investment that we received from Save America's Treasures allowed us to say that these ruins were important and that the people that built them were important and historically significant. The investment allowed us to bring people onto these grounds and to pay attention to the human spirit of the past as stewards today. The ruins stand as a reflection of the past, but today they still continue to serve and inspire. People come here from all over the world to the mission, and they find solace in knowing that some things still matter after 200 years. As Executive Director, I'm keenly aware that the work that we do isn't just about saving structures, but it's actually about saving the identity and the brand and the meaning of a community and a place. I firmly believe that old places have power and purpose. And Mission San Juan Capistrano has several significant aspects that are worth sharing and celebrating, made true by the investment of Save America's Treasures. One of them, of course, is the stabilization of these ruins, which ultimately allowed us to raise money in the community at large to save the Sarah Chapel, to save the South Wing, to work on the West Wing, to get our art and artifacts collection cataloged, insured, and out on display for the public. So while you might think you're giving a gift for one purpose, as a preservationist, what I see is there's a trickle effect, and that the community on the sidelines is watching and deciding whether to get engaged with that effort or to let it be someone else's responsibility. So it wasn't just $1 million gift that you gave. Actually, it was the beginning of what ultimately became, from 2004 to today, raising over $10 million net that went back into this site. So as I see it, your investment was the catalyst that brought about a great era and decade of change and promise, and one that allows us to focus on the primary goals of serving as a place of inspiration, education, preservation, in today's celebration that history doesn't have to be unattainable or inaccessible, that history doesn't have to just belong to a past chapter, but that history can intersect with our modern lives and that we can learn something from them. And finally, this year, your funds ultimately led to the return of the swallows. This year we brought the swallows home, and where they made a new nest after an absence of many years. So while you might be looking at where to fund and put a grant and what project you're going to get out of it, I'd encourage you to think more broadly that what you're actually doing is investing in the long-term sustainability and the long-term sense of purpose of place and the power of place, and perhaps even putting a forgotten landmark or community back on a map for appreciation and a roadmap for success. My name is Mechelle Lawrence Adams. It's been an honor to have you here to see where your investment went. And I encourage you to visit Mission San Juan Capistrano on your next visit to California, and make sure that you take a look at our website, missionsjc.com, to plan ahead. Vaya con Dios.